Hi, and welcome to Slick Willy Flying. Today we're going to do a bonus video. What we're going to do today is a bottle opener. So I gotta give a little history here. So as much as I love fly fishing, I also enjoy hunting. And we are trying to be as ethical as we can be. So we try to use everything in the animal. So I've got all these horns that I've collected over the years that I really, haven't had that much use for because these are too small to make a knife. And then I saw this. I was like, wow, that's great. And these will make great Christmas presents because these particular horns, they probably look very small to all my friends in North America. These are actually very respectable. These are roe deer. And the roe deer, to the best of my knowledge, is not native in North America, native in Europe. And this becomes automatically a conversation piece. So this is a great gift for all my friends and family in North America. And we'll talk what I'm using. So again, I'm using roe deer. These little bottle openers, I got them on Amazon, super cheap. They're perfect. They come with a little thread, which will make this really hold tight. I used an angle cutter, angle grinder, whatever you want to call it, with a metal cutting blade, which was thin, to separate the horn from the skull. And then I used a little handheld sander to just make it as smooth as possible. In my case, because of the size of the shank here, I used a 9mm drill bit. I used a regular metal cutting drill bit. I didn't use any fancy drill bit at all. And it worked perfectly. And as you can see here, the size is actually perfect for my application. When I bought these bottle openers, the package that I bought came with 12 bottle openers. So I have 3 different colors, 4 bottle openers in each color. So you can mix and match, or I could have bought them all one color. It's all up to you. And how I'm attaching them to the horn is I'm using 5-minute epoxy. So I have a paper plate, which you can see in front of me. Oh, after I sanded everything, I also have in my garage a little compressor, so I used air to make sure that I blew this out super clean. I don't have any fancy tools, just a little handheld sander, a little angle cutter, just pretty basic tools. I'm sure that most everybody can figure out a way to separate the horns if you don't have an angle cutter. I could have probably used a saw and it would have just taken longer. But no big deal. So for attaching, I'm using a 5-minute epoxy. So the 5-minute epoxy should not freak people out. It really isn't that big a deal. You have time. It's longer than you think. I, on purpose, did not get the 1-minute epoxy, just so I would have a little extra time. But it comes with a little tray. I usually use some kind of like a bamboo skewer, chopsticks, good alternative, because I need to have a way to put it down the hole, and then I coat the thread itself. For the one I'm about to make, I've decided to go with the gold. It's a tough decision because I think all 3 colors look great. They just come out great. I love it. This is, I don't know if you're in the same situation I'm in. My family and my friends, they're extremely difficult to buy for. Any birthday or Christmas present. I mean, we're all kind of okay, and we pretty much all have everything we want or, need. There's always stuff we might want. But this is what makes this great, is that this has a story. If you're like me, you remember every single animal you've taken and every great fish, you remember the story. So I remember the story on all these horns, and that just makes it a little bit more special and a little bit more fun. So let's just make one real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and use the tray again, and I don't squirt out a lot. You don't need a lot. I would say about the size of a quarter is plenty. I mean, 99 times out of 100, you squirt out way more than you need. So then you just mix it up. Once you feel comfortable that you've mixed it up, then I use the same little skewer to just force some into the opening carefully. You see, I just spin the skewer in my fingers. I rotate it in my fingers, and that takes away that little dangling little thread there. And that's enough in the hole. Now what I am going to do, we're going to use the gold, is I'm going to make sure that I get a good healthy amount on the threads. You know, the one thing that's not good about these little plastic containers that comes with the epoxy is I could put the cap on the epoxy and that'll work great. But this little plastic tray, this won't be any good after this use. And you see, I'm not like working like a madman. 5 minutes is a long time. 5 minutes is a lot longer than you think. And what I'm hoping for is I didn't get quite enough. I was hoping that it was going to come out. I want it to force itself out. So I'm going to put a little more on that thread. All the way around. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to come out the top a little. Now I'm going to make sure that I like the orientation, which that's pretty much the orientation that I'm looking for. Then I use the same little skewer just to make sure that I like the way the epoxy is gonna look in the end. Just like that. And now, 5 minutes from now, that's going to be a perfect bottle opener. So thank you for watching. That wasn't messy at all. You just have to take your time, have a little bit of stuff around just in case. And a cocktail. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Stay tuned. I'm going to have more bonus videos. You know, it's not going to only be fly fishing. But yeah. Good luck catching. See you on the next video.